Good morning, YouTube. Let's get on some more fall containers. Welcome back to Horticulture Geek. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I'm Ray, and welcome to my garden. I'm so glad you're here today because today we are finally going to plant up the 2 metal containers that we got and that we fixed up so they would not rust out on us. And we're going to plant up the 2 orange fall containers. And I have a couple of containers here on the patio that are just done, a couple of concrete small containers. So we're going to get those planted up with a little fall color as well. So I hope you're ready to get into it. Sit back, relax, and let's start planting. All right, so just as a recap, in case you haven't seen a previous video, here's what we're going to be working on today. So I've got these fun metal containers that I picked up at Michael's. In the last video, we got these sealed up and coated on the bottom. We put drain holes in and coated them inside and on the bottom to prevent them from rusting. So we're going to put soil straight in these now, and they should be fine and be able to withstand having the soil and the water on them. And I also have these fun orange urns. These are actually kitchen utensil holders that I picked up at like a TJ Maxx. And then all I did was drilled a hole in them for drainage. So I've got these 2 pots that we're going to plant up. And then here's the plants that we have. And if you've watched a previous video, you remember that in this metal container, my plan is to put the grass, and I had some beautiful matrix rose, which were a red color pansy that I was going to put around those. Well, I've got them here. They're still here, but they're not beautiful anymore. And what happened is a rabbit decided that it was lunch. So I set these on my retaining wall right here around the pool. It's where I normally set all of my plants that are waiting to be planted up. And a rabbit discovered them, and he had his dinner that day. So you can see they've all been chewed down, but I mean, they will flush back out. So I am going to go ahead and use them today. But I also just went ahead and bought a few other pansies to use in some other projects. And so we'll pop a few of those in just for some color. So let's look at these other things that we have here. So I have the matrix purple pansy right here. So that's beautiful. Then here we have these yellow ones. I love these yellow ones. So these are lemon shades. Colossus lemon shade. So those are really pretty. Then I have a snapdragon that is called Snapshot Orange. And I love this one. I saw it and I thought, wow, because it almost has a purpley pink throat that comes out to this orange with a little touch of yellow in it. So I thought that was fun. I picked up a tray of dianthus. Now, dianthus is a perennial here for me, so I can reuse these. And this is Floral Lace Hearts of Fire. So we've got that. Then I picked up the Wormwood here, Silver Brocade. And these are going to be the centerpieces in the orange urns. And then right here, I have Swizzle Scarlet and Yellow Zinnias. Now these are not frost hardy, so these are just going to get me through to frost. The zinnias will. So these are the ones I'm going to put in the pots here on the patio just to get me from now until first frost, and then we'll figure something else out for those 2 pots. But I just thought these were so pretty, and obviously they've got that great fall color, so I picked those up. And then of course the grasses. So these are Hamlin Dwarf Fountain Grass. These are an ornamental perennial grass with these great seed heads that are going to look great in a fall arrangement. And then once I'm done with the fall arrangement, these can go into the garden and I'll keep them for a while. So there's what I'm working with. So I'm going to set the camera up and we're going to get to planting. All right, I apologize if the light is a little crazy. The sun is working its way above me right now, but I think it'll be fine. You'll be able to see the pots come together, and then I'll show them to you in the end. So here we go. All right, here is the container that we're gonna be fixing for the patio. And as you can see, I had a Bacopa in here, or a Super Bells, for the summer, and they did wonderfully. It got huge. And this is just a little concrete pot. But it's done. It's root bound, it's tired, and it's just looking pitiful. So it's out, and we're gonna just put a quick bit of fall color in. All right, so we'll do a full tour of these in a minute, but I wanted to show you this pot because I haven't showed it to you yet. So this is an old galvanized tub that I've had for 4 or 5 years now, and it has a Dracaena spike in it, and I have had dianthus in it, and this year the dianthus just kind of fizzled out, and so I've got this one little sprig left, and this pot needs some attention. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to pull as much of this out as I'm going to clean it out, put some fresh dirt in it without messing up my Dracaena spike root too terribly much. And then I'm going to get this dianthus and a couple of these dianthus into this container to freshen it up and get it looking good for the rest of the fall season. So we're going to go work on that. Here we go. All right, so I got this cleaned out finally. So I'm just going to put some fresh soil in and pop in the dianthus, and this one should be good to go. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video today, seeing me put some more fall containers together. I hope it has inspired you, maybe given you some food for thought about what you can do in your garden between now and first frost and now through fall. So it's kind of a crazy time right now in the garden when you have summer annuals and plants that are fizzling out. I mean, there's some beautiful things out there in the garden centers right now, but not all of it is frost hardy. So you really have to watch and know what you're buying. And like I made the decision to go ahead and get those zinnias because for me, we still have our pool open. We're still using our patio. And those Bacopas, those Super Bells just looked really bad. And so it's better for me. I just went ahead and spent the few dollars, picked up those zinnias. Now I've got some color. Makes it feel more like fall. And then this, when the first frost happens, I'll just pop some pansies or something in those pots, or put the pots away for the winter. You know, just never know what'll happen. But then I've got those other planters that are fall hardy, and for me, the pansies, the dianthus, the grasses, I mean, all those things are frost hardy. So those pots, while I'm making them for fall, will keep for quite a while here for me. So keep that in mind. Look at your tags, know your zones, see what you're doing, but get out there and get in the garden. And you know, I also thought about, you see in the after photo that I just showed you, I did wind up going ahead and put some of the yellow pansies into the grass containers. When I planted them up, I didn't do that originally. I'd kind of thought I would, but then I didn't when I was filming planting them. But then I just really felt like they needed a little color right now. And the red and the yellow will look good together. So I went ahead and put those in. And I could have went out and bought a fresh package of the Matrix Rose Pansies. But this is real life, this is real gardening, and sometimes you just have to roll with the punches. So did it make for the prettiest container to film and put on YouTube? No. Of course it would have looked better with a full ring of those beautiful red pansies, but a rabbit got to it. Things happen, so this is real life, and I wanted to show you guys real life, but then my OCD brain kicked in, and I did go ahead and pop some of those yellow ones in just for immediate color in those containers because I like to look at them. So there's your film for today. Again, I hope it inspired you. Get out, get in the garden. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel yet, please do that. I do have some more videos coming up. We will do some more fall planting, and then some other things going on as well. So I hope you've enjoyed it, but until next time, from my garden to yours, I wish you all the best and happy gardening.